I'm John Bartle, Dean of the College of Public Affairs and Community Service. It is my honor to congratulate you for achieving this important milestone. The time, hard work, and sacrifices you made were all significant. But I hope today they all fade away and you feel the pride you deserve. As John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, said, "Success is peace of mind, a direct result of knowing you did your best to become what you are capable of." These are challenging times. This semester was disrupted, and the safety and well-being of many were endangered. At times, it seemed that the four horsemen of the apocalypse were galloping across the globe. We looked for help, to medicine, to government, and to our neighbors, and we found it. While we are not over this challenge, as has been said, an idea travels faster and is more resilient than a virus. Ultimately, education will be our vaccine against the threats to humanity. But education and ideas must not stay on the shelf. They must be put into action, sometimes rapidly. This college is dedicated to the application of knowledge to improve the community, the state, and the world. The ideas you have learned are tools that need to be applied. As you use them, you will learn how to make them better and teach others to use them. But use them. We know that knowledge can be used for good or ill. Many of you have studied social pathologies, crime, abuse, corruption, slavery, and violence. Like other fast-moving ideas, these are threatening as any virus. Use the tools of knowledge ethically. Your professional legacy will likely be defined by the ethics of your actions. I suspect in most cases you will know the right thing to do, but it can take real courage to do it. When you are so challenged, I urge you to keep in mind the words of Eleanor Roosevelt. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I have lived through this horror. I can take the next thing that comes along. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. And so, I suggest that you use the tools of your profession ethically. Summon your courage to do what is right, and go out and earn the honor that awaits you. In the words of Sir Winston Churchill, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Thank you. Receiving today her Bachelor of Multidisciplinary Studies, Jennifer Carpender will speak on behalf of the College of Public Affairs and Community Service, Class of 2020.
Members of the Board of Regents, Chancellor Gold, distinguished faculty, esteemed fellow graduates, and honored family, friends, and guests, welcome. It took a little extra grit at the end, but today we get to come together in recognition of achievement. I know this is not how we envisioned this day, but I hope all of you are as proud as I am to be an Omaha Maverick and honored to be a part of this celebration. Fellow Mavericks, true to life, our journeys here have not all looked the same. Yet we will all leave our experiences at UNO with more resilience than we had when we started. And we all now face the next step of our life journey. Some of us are going to take that next step with conviction, knowing right where we are headed. And some of us are still shaping what the next step looks like. The pandemic we are currently facing has reminded us all that we do not always have control over when we get to move forward, but we do get to decide how we respond to unexpected circumstances and how we press on. Some of the best advice I've been given has come from my 82-year-old grandma, Joan. While sharing her experiences with me, she has not left out the tough times, the tears, the heartbreaks, unmet expectations, or losses. One inspiring story was by her account both some of the hardest and best years of her life. Joan lost her 7th child at birth. Instead of going home with the expected addition to her family, she went home with unbearable grief. She struggled with her grief, finding it hard to carry on as it once was. With the supportive encouragement of my granddad, she decided to go back to college. They lived an hour from the university. Joan got up and made that drive at 6 a.m. every day of the week. She would return home from school in time for my granddad to go work the second shift after spending the day caring for their 6 kids. The couple managed this way through their grief and the demands of work, school, and family until her graduation. With unlimited access to people's polished stories and shiny end results, it's important to remember that behind the images of success are individual challenges that have been overcome to get there. What my grandmother has shared with me was not shiny or sensational, but an important key to success. It's as if she was showing me a roadmap of resilience through examples of her perseverance. The challenges in our lives might differ, but the importance of continuing to put one foot in front of the other remains the same. We all have our own lessons of resilience. We have all survived the unexpected. Whatever the next step looks like to you, I encourage you to remember a few things. Slow down. Look to someone ahead on the path and listen to them if they're willing to share their story with you. Consider sharing your own roadmap story with others that includes the hard parts. I assure you that when you retell the story of a loss or even a failure you pushed through, it sounds a lot more like a triumph. It is in this experience of sharing and learning from others that we will find and give our best advice and experience our best success through connection. Our UNO teachers have shared their experience and helped us in creating a roadmap throughout our time here. For that, we thank you. Now the road takes us out of the university and into new beginnings. Family and friends, thank you. You too have been a part of all of our roadmaps, and your support has been imperative to our academic success. You are our inspiration. Thanks, Grandma. Many of you are what drives us. Some here have blazed the path as a first-generation college student, and some of us have walked this path in hopes our children will follow. Shout out to my 6 kids. Mavericks, I leave you with these final thoughts. Let us go on to be inspiring. Take pause to appreciate the challenges and celebrate the achievements. Remember to acknowledge and share your stories. These are important in the roadmap of resilience.